Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Guided by the Word. As I shared with y'all in previous videos, when I do things, I'd share them with you because I like to learn and I like to share. So Google searches are a good way to learn from other people who experience things. So I'm not a lawnmower mechanic by any means, but last week I cut grass with my mower. It's a John Deere Z545R, and everything did great. Got ready to cut some grass this week, and it turns over real good, but it wouldn't crank. So just to show you what I'm talking about, wouldn't crank, and usually about 2 turns on that, 2 rotations, and it fires right up. So my immediate thing was, because I've had problems before with a fuel filter, was just to do some maintenance. I went ahead and got me a fuel filter right here and replaced it. Replaced the air filter, which is under this cover. Decided to go ahead and do an oil change while I was at it. And it's really pretty simple to do an oil change on these things, although I'd never done one before. But I changed the oil and the oil filter, which is down here. You can see it right there. And change the spark plugs. Spark plugs, there's 2 of them here, one right here, and then one on the other side, right here. So it still wouldn't crank. So I did a little bit of research this morning and discovered that it could be the fuel pump. So I came out. Here's my fuel pump right here. Discovered all this on YouTube, that this is the vacuum line coming down to this mechanism. I don't even know what that is. But this is the vacuum line. I traced from the fuel filter, which is coming from the gas tank, traced the line up to this side of the fuel pump. It hooks on right there. You can't hardly see it. It hooks on right down in there. And then comes out here and goes to the carburetor. So what I did was disconnect this, turn my motor over, and after about 5 seconds, it started pumping fuel. So I turned it off, hooked that back up. Still, so I know my fuel pump's good. So then I thought, well, it's probably going to be maybe in the carburetor, and that's where I stopped. I don't know anything about a carburetor. I'm not going to get into it. I know they got a lot of little ports and levers and springs and this kind of stuff, and they can get gummed up and just cease to work. And I'd rather a professional work on something like that. So anyway, then I thought, because in some of the research I did, someone did mention check the fuses. So I came over here, removed this little fuse terminal box, and discovered that one of the fuses was bad. I don't know if you can see that or not. Maybe turn it this way. You can see that it's broken. The fuse is broken. That's a little 10 amp fuse. So I went and bought another one, $1.39. And we're gonna put this one on. So I'm gonna pause it for a second and check right back. Okay, so I've installed the fuse, put the box cover back on. Gonna put this baby back where it came from. Snaps into place. Remove this out of the way. Remove my pliers out of the way. Now, with any luck, hopefully, this rascal will crank right up now, I'm hoping. Awesome. I would like to say, but I like to mention safety. I jacked this thing up and notice I've got jack stands under it. You don't ever want to get under a load and not have it securely supported in case something happens and it falls. It could hurt you seriously, if not worse. So I've got my jack stand under it there. I've got my jack on the front end, and I've got wood on each side, and I've got the tire setting down on the wood. So now, all I like having my seasonal maintenance done is to go right up under there, drop the blades, sharpen them, and we'll be good to go. Now, before I go, I'd like to put a plug in for our local John Deere dealership in Albany, Georgia. Typically, I just have them come get it, and they'll come. They have past couple years. Pick it up, take it there, do the service or repair work, whatever the case might be, and bring it back home, and they don't charge me for the pickup or the delivery, and that's just great. That's a good business. I've always got good service down there. And in case you happen to be local, there's information on them. So a little bit of research, time paid off, maybe saved a little bit of money, learn something. Hope you can learn from this video. God bless, and there'll be more in the future. Thank you.